Welcome to She Became Visible. Now, I look like I am in one of those movies, one of those scary movies, because I am in a Holiday Inn in Estes Park, Colorado. This room is fine. It's clean, the bed is fine, there's a bathtub. The problem is there is no natural light. I have a window, but the window looks out onto the indoor swimming pool. So I literally have no access to daylight, and it's a little bit claustrophobic. Okay, so I'm going a little bit crazy. But anyway, I'm also on my way to meet a group of fabulous women, and we're going to be going on a Jeep tour of the national park here in Estes Park, Colorado. So I'm so excited. It's been a fabulous retreat, and I will tell you more about it. In fact, I'm going to show you something right now that tells you a little bit about the retreat and what the topic has been, and what we've talked about, what we've learned from some experts. So let me share that with you. This week, I am joining a group of dynamic silver-haired women on a retreat in Estes Park, Colorado. Our silver locks are different hues, different lengths, different textures, and our journey to decide to go gray falls into gray areas. But one thing we have in common is confidence and a smile, and our decision to go gray. And we know that gray hair is complicated. I've learned that through 9 years of being silver, that just because I no longer color my hair doesn't mean I don't have to care for my hair. Another story that we all have in common is the hypocrisy and the message that is fed to us, and most women actually, about hair color and aging in general. I mean, walk down any beauty aisle and you'll see it, right? Wrinkle cream sold by 25-year-olds, fitness campaigns fronted only by women under 35, and grandma characters cast as foul-mouthed comic relief. I mean, this isn't accidental. It's the marketing industry's bias, made visible. Aging women are edited out of the aspirational frame and placed squarely in the punchline. The stereotypes and predictable youth things that they say, like youth equals beauty, energy, desirability, age equals invisibility and parity. The result? $1 million business built on false advertising and cultural erasure. I mean, the science, however, is not so dramatic. Collagen is the protein, it's the scaffold that gives skin firmness, and it declines gradually by about 1% each year, beginning in our mid-20s. By menopause, the process accelerates, with some studies showing women lose up to 30% of dermal collagen in the first 5 years after menopause. Other natural changes: loss of elastin, reduced hyaluronic acid, decreasing fat padding, and sun-related damage contribute to fine lines, thinning skin, and that so-called crepey texture. And these are normal biological processes, not emergencies. Yet advertising takes it to this steady, decades-long biology and twists it into a crisis. Crepey skin, reverse years and days, restore collagen overnight. All slapped on jars of moisturizer that may hydrate and smooth, but they can't rewrite cellular change. When brands promise to turn back the clock, they aren't selling results, they're selling insecurity. And here's the absurd part. The way that we look at these products, the women that look at these products are designed for women that are in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. And yet we rarely see ourselves in those ads. We don't see ourselves represented authentically. They're targeted through fear, but erased from aspirational imagery. Imagine if fitness ads showed strong 50-year-old athletes. Imagine if wrinkle cream campaigns used women who actually had wrinkles. They could explain why products are good and what they could do and what they can't do, and trust would replace trickery. This isn't just an ethical problem. It's a business opportunity. Women over 40 hold enormous spending power. They notice when brands treat them with honesty, and they're loyal when brands deliver. Authentic representation is not charity. It's market sense. And the fix isn't really very complicated. Number one, cast realistically. A 45-year-old post-workout doesn't need airbrushing. She needs visibility. Number two, be clear about science. Explain that hydration and retinoids and sunscreen improve skin health, but nothing erases decades of aging overnight. And number three, ditch the characters. Stop making older women comic relief and start showing them as aspirational in their own right. Aging isn't a failure, it's biology. And until the marketing world stops treating it as a liability, they'll keep selling not just face cream, but shame. Isn't that what they're doing? Isn't that the message? If you have wrinkles, if your skin doesn't look like a 12-year-old, you're a failure and you should be ashamed of yourself. You should have done better. You should have stayed out of the sun. You should have used our wrinkle cream when you were 20. And this is the message that we are sent. And the problem is we buy the products in spite of this. Let me show you an example. This is an advertisement for wrinkle cream. I mean, do you see any wrinkles on her face? She looks like my 17-year-old granddaughter. This is another example. I guess I can see a little bit of before and after, but this is showing the difference between an 18-year-old and a 32-year-old, not a 75-year-old, It's just ridiculous. And the same thing holds true, as I said in that message, when they're showing fitness or what the possibility for fitness is, this is what they show you for older people. Light little baby dumbbells, just move, sit on your chair and get up. And this is what they show you for a real fitness ad. And here's the problem. This girl here is probably 30 something. I mean, she might even be 40. I mean, nowadays, 50 is the new 20, whatever. But this is the difference between what they show. Let me show you again. This is for older people. This is fitness for older people. And this is fitness in general. But let me show you this. This woman is 88 years old. She has the muscle definition that was shown in this other ad that I showed you. And she's 88 years old. The one who is really making a difference in the world and really telling older women that they can make a difference is this woman, Joan McDonald. I mean, this woman is in her, I think she's like 78 right now. And she's written a book and she has a training program. And this is what it said in her book, little bio. As we get older, our bodies go through many changes, especially physical and mental. Most are out of our control, but for those that aren't, all we need sometimes is advice and how to make specific, sustainable, and successful decisions that can alter the course of how our lives go from that point forward. This is where Joan McDonald of Train with Joan comes in. Just a few years ago, this septuagenarian wasn't happy with how she looked and what she ate. With the help from her daughter, Michelle, who is a certified strength and conditioning specialist, Joan developed exercise and diet goals, as well as objectives for how to change her mindset, not just how she saw herself physically, but how she felt about herself mentally, regardless of her physical fitness or her age. And look at that. Now, that is not a woman who's picking up little 1-pound weights. She's lifting heavy. And look at the muscle definition. And yeah, is her skin smooth and creamy? No, she's in her late 70s. And that's the false narrative that is told to us. expresses, like, look, I can be fit, I can have muscle definition, but my skin is not going to look like a 20-year-old's. I mean, and she is so proud of her body and she is off medication. It's absolutely amazing. So my message is that my quick little message for you today is I'm on my way, as I said, to meet a bunch of ladies, and we're going to go on a Jeep tour of the national park. We've had a chiropractor talk to us. We've had a financial planner talk to us. We've had a motivational speaker talk to us. And the message is the same. The message is you've got to stop listening to the marketing. You've got to take back responsibility for your life, and you've got to stop thinking in decades. You have to start thinking, it's not the chronological age. It's how do you feel? And what can I do to be living my best life? You know how they'll say, well, you look good for your age. Well, that's a demeaning statement, because what they're inferring is you're old, but you're so cute. And I actually get that. I've had people say to me, oh, you're so cute. It's so demeaning to say that. My message for you today is to find women in your demographic and make a change in your life today. And yes, if you've never worked out, if you've never done strength training, you're going to have to start small. But eventually, Joan has been doing this for years. I mean, she started this, I think, about 18 years ago. So this is not something that happened in 90 days or a 12-week program. This is something that has progressed over her years of changing her diet and changing her how she worked out. I mean, the rest of her life is just so exciting. At 78, look at where she's at and what she's doing. So that's my message for you. As she became visible, women, this is how you take back your autonomy. You tell others that you are still here, you're still worth something, and you still have something to give back to the world. So have a great day. I might return a report after my Jeep tour today. I'm really looking forward to it. So thanks for joining me today on She Became Visible.